So I'm filming in front of an open window, and I live in an apartment building. One of my neighbors just walked by in the parking lot and was staring at me. Solid. Hello everyone, my name is Emily and welcome to another video on Emily XO. I know, it's been a little bit since I've posted. My filming schedule just got horribly messed up with, we had some unexpected plans come up with some friends, and then the holiday with 4th of July, we had plans with that, but we're fixing things. Yes, this is going up on a Wednesday. Yes, it is not my normal day, although I'm pretty sure my last video also went up on a Wednesday, but Wednesday is not my new posting day. It is still Sunday. I'm hopefully going to try, fingers crossed, to get back into a weekly posting. I have been planning some videos, so I'm hoping I will get back in the swing of things. I'm also going to try and do more pre-filming, so I have stuff like ready to go, so it's not quite so tight for me to film on Saturday, get it edited, get it uploaded, so it's ready for Sunday. But we'll kind of see how it goes. Thank you guys for sticking with me, even though my schedule has been a little all over the place, but I am really trying to get more consistent. Speaking of consistent, there will never be a consistent background though. I'm always filming in different areas of the apartment depending on what's going on. But I like a change of scenery, so hopefully you do too. If you are brand new and never seen one of my videos, then hello, welcome. My name is Emily. As I said, I post new videos every other Sunday-ish. I usually try and do lifestyle, beauty, and other type of miscellaneous videos. So if you have not already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So today's video is going to be our book review for the June book of the month. Little disclaimer, we did skip May. I know we skipped May. I'm really sorry we skipped May. I talked about it on Twitter. Basically, the month of May just kind of became crazy for me. I had my birthday in that month, I had a lot going on, and then we ended up going on vacation really early in June, so I was trying to prep for that, and I was trying to figure all that out. Basically, I just ran out of days in the month of May, and I was trying to get the book finished up before we went on vacation, so that way I could get it filmed, because we actually left the first weekend in June, and we went to Minneapolis for a week, and it was a lot of fun, but as a result, my book didn't get read, didn't work out in my favor, and rather than delay everything else, I basically just skipped May. We're going right into June. Really sorry about that. I also was struggling with the book a little bit. The book we should have posted about last month, this was May's book of the month. It was All I Know Now by Carrie Hope Fletcher. It's a good book, and I got about a quarter of the way through it before I just kind of ran out of time, so I did start the book. But what I was struggling with is this, to me, is kind of aimed more towards younger people, people who are still in school, people are still trying to figure out their lives, and that's kind of a lot of what I was reading was about. Now, of course, I'm still trying to figure out my life and everything, so it wasn't bad advice, but the beginning was really hard for me to get into because it was talking a lot about like bullying in school and making friends in school, and that's something that currently I don't really have an issue with. So to make a long story short, this one didn't get a video, and I'm sorry. But we're back. We're going to talk about June's book of the month. Sorry it took me like a couple weeks into July to actually get this posted. Again, with the holiday, it just threw off my schedule completely. I was going to try and get it uploaded this last weekend too, and it was just kind of a mess. But we're here, we're talking about The Book of Spells, a private prequel, and this is written by Kate Bryan. So if you are brand new here and you have never seen one of my videos before and you have no idea what I'm talking about as far as book of the month, I decided to make it a goal to read a new book every single month for the year of 2018. Let's not talk about May. Obviously that didn't go very well, but we're going to do better, okay guys? But anyway, I will go ahead and link up at the playlist I have. It contains the introductory video, which talks about all the books that I'm reading each month, and then it'll have all of the reviews I have done so far. So this book had been given to me by a friend for Christmas. I had never read any of the books from the private series. However, I did do some looking into them after finishing this book. It looks like there are quite a few of them. But nonetheless, because this was a prequel, I was still pretty excited to read it. So the descriptor on the back says, charming girls, fine breeding, perfect manners, black magic. The Billings School, established 1915, where the girls are witches. So the premise of this school is the main character, Eliza Williams, goes off to Billings School for Girls, where she is going to become prim and proper so she can find a husband and get married, because that's all women are good for in 1915, finding a husband. But when she gets there, her and her classmates discover this spell book, and they decide to form a coven and become witches. I was really excited for this book. It piqued my interest for a lot of reasons. First off, I really love books set in kind of this time period. I love period pieces like this. I don't know why, they just always are so intriguing to me. The lack of, I don't know, I guess it's like just the lack of technology plus mixed with like the historical part of it. I always enjoy period pieces like that. Secondly, I always enjoy a good magic book. I really like magic and witches and everything like that. That ties into, I also really like fantasy books and a lot of fiction. So I was super duper excited for this, and I really was intrigued by the storyline. That being said, I will say the book left me a little wanting more. I'm going to rate this one only a 3 out of 5. It was okay. The writing style, unfortunately for me, was a little hard to get into. The way it was written is very, almost like it's trying to fit into that time period, which I understand that the writing style to a degree should reflect the time period it's written in, but it left it kind of, it just occurred to me, you might be able to hear that. Kyle's doing dishes, so all those noises are just him doing dishes. But the writing style left me, I don't know, almost feeling bored. It was, the first couple chapters were like trying to read a textbook. I had to like really keep myself in it and like really try and like sink my teeth into it. Secondly, the reason I didn't really enjoy it is it was horribly predictable. So the storyline of it was just very predictable. Pretty much anything you would expect to happen. There were, you know, catty fights between the girls, a very predictable romance, just the whole storyline. There was nothing that I felt shocked by, nothing that I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening. It wasn't very gripping in that sense. In fact, even like the climax didn't even feel like a climax. It just felt very lackluster. I was left wanting more out of the book. I was not at all surprised by the way it ended, although I will say another thing I didn't like, it ends very abruptly. I was expecting way more of a resolution. I also feel like there's kind of like parallel plots between the girls and the love interest. Between the main character Eliza and her love interest, there's a whole lot of will they, won't they get together, which was kind of exciting. And then it ends very so there's a whole lot of like will they, won't they, you know, fully get together, everything like that. So I mean, that was kind of interesting, but then they kind of end things like in a weird way, and then there's no real resolution to their storyline. So it left me feeling a little confused and definitely wanting more out of the series. So basically, all in all, I didn't enjoy this book as much as I wanted to. I enjoyed it in the aspect of, you know, the magic part was kind of interesting, the witches part was kind of interesting, but overall it was a little bit boring and a little bit predictable. This is a prequel to the Private series, and so I was looking into seeing how this actually ties into those novels, and from what I've gathered is this one is set in 1915, but all of the Private novels that I was looking at, those are set in more modern times, and they go to, I think, Easton Academy it was called, and I believe that's what Billings turns into eventually, and like the main characters of the Private series are the Billings girls. So my guess is it ties in that way, and you know, perhaps the witches continue in. I'm not entirely sure since I haven't actually read the Private series, but I feel like there's a lot of resolution that you're never going to get from this book, unfortunately. And also I was so disinterested by this book that I have no desire to read the rest of the series. I looked, there's a lot of books. I think there's like 20 of them. It's a very long list. So I have no real desire to read the rest of the series. I'm not mad I read this book. It's not the worst book I've ever read. It just left me a little meh. feeling a little meh about it, which is why I would only give it a 3 out of 5. I think that if you're looking for books about magic, there's definitely better books out there. I think all in all with this book, it's not bad. I think I'm also getting to a point where as I grow up and mature, these types of books, which are definitely aimed at the more, younger girls, these are aimed at those closer to age, probably like between 14 to 16. So it might just be that I'm getting older than the books that I'm reading, so therefore they feel kind of young, they feel kind of meh and predictable, because I'm sure that at age like 16 this would have been great, but just now I think I'm getting to a point I need more mature books, and that's why I felt kind of left wanting by this. And if you are reading along or would like to start reading along, July's book of the month is going to be The Forgotten Girls by Sarah Bladel. I've actually already started this. It's pretty good so far, so I'm excited to see where this one takes me, and we will be posting a review about this one either last weekend of July or first weekend in August, depending on how it balances out. So if you want to start reading along, you definitely still have time to catch up. Otherwise, I think that is about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you have read this book or any of the books in the private series and what you thought of them. Otherwise, I will see you guys all very soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Every like that I get is just like a little warm hug to my heart. And if, like I said, if you have not subscribed, make sure you do so. And if you are already subscribed, make sure to hit that bell icon. It does notify you every time I post, because let's be honest, nobody's knowing. It's just a mystery to everyone. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!